Hello, viewers. Welcome to another lesson. In today's lesson, I shall be taking you through freedom of expression in Sierra Leone. Before we commence this lesson, please subscribe by hitting the notification bell and also like. At the end of the lesson, please drop your comments and also share to other groups. Today's lesson is geared towards achieving two objectives. The first is for you to identify how freedom of expression is recognized in the country. The second is for you to understand its validity and effectiveness. Now, to the recognition of freedom of expression. This freedom is recognized under Section 25, subsection 1 of the 1991 Constitution. And the provision, as displayed on your screen, has some elements which you need to know. Now, the said freedom of expression has a scope, and it includes freedom to hold opinions. It means you can hold views, personal views, and also you can receive and impact ideas and information without interference. In other words, you can receive views from the opposite side, decode it, and also impact it through different ways of your choice. Now, the freedom also extends to freedom from interference with his correspondence. In other words, you hold your view, I hold my view, we correspondingly exchange views and um, display or express our personal thoughts. Now, the recognition extends to Article 19, Sub-Article 2 of the International Convention on Civil and Political Rights, 1966. And also the provision under this article has some elements. And the scope of this freedom of expression under Article 19 include freedom to seek, receive, impart information and ideas of all kinds. So similarly, this also accommodates seeking freedom to seek opinion, to receive, and also to impact information and ideas of all kinds. So the kind of idea or the kind of opinion to hold is limitless. Now, so the effectiveness of this freedom of expression, effectiveness is determined by the scope of the right itself and the extent of its enforcement. Now, section 25, subsection 2 provides a limitation. And one of the limitations is that if any law exists in Sierra Leone as authorized by Parliament, and that law is reasonably required in order to protect the interest of defense and also to protect the reputation, that's the character of persons, that law is justifiable and it is not in violation of Section 25. Now, another limitation also is found under Section 26 of the Public Order Act. Now, this section provides an offense, and the offense exists where any person who maliciously publishes any defamatory matter, that is for defamatory statement. So, this is correspondingly included under the Public Order Act to reflect Section 25, subsection 2. That is, law that exists which reasonably protect the reputation of individuals. So defamation seeks to protect the reputation of individuals and limits freedom of expression. Another limitation also is found under Section 33, subsection 1 of the Public Order Act. And one of the elements under the offense created by Section 33 is that anyone who prints, publishes, sells, offers for sale, distributes, or reproduces any seditious publication shall be guilty of an offense, that is, seditious libel. So, in other words, publishing it in a newspaper, distributing it on social media amounts to seditious libel. Now, an issue of freedom of expression has been decided on by Sierra Leone, by the Sierra Leone court, Appeals Court. And this issue was raised in the case of the State versus Camara. Now, in this case, the court held as follows, taking into consideration key elements. The first is that the Constitution guarantees protection to the right of freedom of expression. So it is a presumption that is established by the court that Section 25 guarantees freedom of expression. However, it is therefore incumbent on the court to be guided by the spirit of the Constitution in considering the case against the accused, taking into account the nature of the publication together with the surrounding circumstances of the case. So three things come into play when looking at or determining a case of freedom of expression. The first is the spirit of the Constitution. The second is the nature of the publication, and the third is the surrounding circumstances of that publication. Now, the third element in this holding of the court is that we do not, we can do no better than to choose according to our intuition and hopes as relevantly determined by our circumstances, bearing in mind that seditious libel is still part of the law in Sierra Leone. In other words, a seditious libel is still part of the law in Sierra Leone and limits the freedom of expression as provided under Section 25. So, however, the presumption that the Constitution guarantees freedom of expression, that presumption is reportable when one violates seditious libel law as proven by all the elements created in that particular under that particular section. Now, reforms have been considered over the years in the sense that a bill entitled Public Amendment Act 2019 has been gazetted and also has been approved by Parliament by Cabinet in order for Parliament to enact it into law, as reported by Night Watch Sierra Leone. And this particular act, is aimed at repealing the seditious libel offense under Part 4 of the Public Order Act. Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. If you like this video, please like. If you like it, if you enjoyed it, please like. Drop your comments and also share in various groups. Thank you for listening. I'll be right back next time.